Folks, in this another video about fractions in the fundamentals of mathematics, we're going to talk about how to order them, okay, from least to greatest or greatest to least. So fractions may be ordered from smallest to biggest, that's least to greatest, or from biggest to smallest, that's greatest to least. If fractions have the same denominators, this is our case 1, we will consider this as our case 1. If fractions have the same denominators, the numerator will determine the smaller or bigger fraction. The fraction with a bigger denominator, that's bigger value, is bigger than the fraction with a smaller denominator, obviously, okay, in this point of view. Anyways, we call fractions with the same denominators as similar fractions. Okay, as an example, we have it here. So notice first that they are similar fractions, meaning they have the same denominators. Now we see here that 8 over 9 is greater than, we read this as greater than, okay, greater than 4 over 9, which is also greater than 2 over 9. So meaning the greatest is 8 over 9, the least is 2 over 9, and the one in the middle is 4 over 9. Okay, we can see it that the numerator has the decreasing amount or value on the fraction part. Okay, so this is true if the denominators are the same. To cite one more example, we have all the denominators the same, they are similar fractions, and we can see that in the first part it's an improper fraction. So it's 5. 5 is greater than 3 and also greater than 1. So therefore 5 is the greatest, 1/4 is the least. So 5 over 4 is the greatest. Okay, so that's for our case 1 where the denominators are the same. Now for case 2, when the numerators this time of the fractions rather are equal. That is, we have the same numerators now, different denominators. The denominator will determine the smaller or the bigger fraction. So a fraction with a smaller denominator is bigger than the fraction with a bigger denominator. That is, if they have the same numerator, if the numerators are the same. So as an example, look at here. So we have 2/3 is greater than 2/5. Notice the numerators are the same, but the denominators are not. So since the numerators are the same, we're going to make use of this case number 2 of ours, that we're going to choose the denominator with a smaller value, which will be greater than the denominator with a greater value. Okay, again, provided the numerators are the same. One more example, look at this. The numerators are the same, the denominators are not. So we're going to choose the denominator with a smaller value and put it as the greatest. So 9 over 4 is greater than 9 over 7. Okay, so 9 over 4 is greater than 9 over 7. Okay, so that's for our case 2. Now for our case 3, when fractions have different numerators and denominators all at the same time. Okay, so they have different numerators and different denominators. Change them first. What we're going to do is change them to similar fractions. That is, make their denominators the same or equal and then compare. Okay, we will compare. For example, let's look at this. We have 2 over 5 and 3/4. Which one is bigger? Okay, let's say for example, you don't know the decimal representation of 3/4 and 2 over 5. So which one is bigger? First, we need to make them similar. And making them similar, we need to find the LCD first, the least common denominator. So the least common denominator is 20. Okay, and then we're going to convert each one of them to a fraction which have the denominator of 20. And if we do that, what we're going to do is to make this 5, or rather this 2 over 5 to become, okay, the steps will be, 5, okay, 20 divided by 5, okay, is 4. 4 times 2 is going to give us 8. Okay, copy that. And then here, 20 divided by 4 is 5. 5 times 3 is 15. So that's why we have it here. Again, for the procedure, the LCD is 20. 20 divided by 5 is 4. Multiply that by 2. 4 times 2 is 8. That's why we have 8 over 20. And then copy the LCD, the denominator. For the 3/4, 20 divided by 4 is 5. 5 times 3 is 15. And then copy the denominator, the least common denominator. So we have, and we can see now that they have the same denominator, we're going to apply now the case number 1. Case number 1 says that if we have whichever has the greatest value in the numerator is the greatest. or greater rather. So we can see that 8 over 20 is less than. So anyway, this is less than 15 over 20. Or equivalently, 15 over 20 is greater than 8 over 20. As you can see, this is read as less than, this is read as greater than. The important part here that you need to see is that wherever this V sign is opening, that one is the bigger value. Okay? Wherever it is opening, that one is the bigger value. So, but when we read it from left to right, 8 over 20 is less than 15 over 20 because this 15 over 20 is greater than 8 over 20. Okay, I hope you got that. Thus, again, this is the similar fractions. We want to answer the question, which one is greater from 2/5 and 3/4, not from 8 over 20 and 15 over 20. So we go back to our equation. Since 8 over 20 is equal to 2/5 and 15 over 20 is equal to 3/4, therefore we say the 2/5, sorry, okay, we say the 2/5 is less than 3 over 4, or equivalently, 3/4 is greater than 2 over 5. What we did is we just used the identities here above. Okay, and that's how we do our case 3 where the numerators and denominators aren't the same. So again, we transform them first to similar fractions. Now these are our exercises for this video. Okay, compare by using the less than symbol, greater than symbol, or the equal sign symbol if they are equivalent fractions. So we have 1, 2, 3 items for it. Okay, so just put a greater than, a less than, or equal sign after this. Okay, and then, okay, I think you know this already. The solution video, the rationale video, will be posted soon. Okay, so just take a screenshot of this and yeah, save it for the rationale video. Okay, so that's it for this. Yeah, that's it for the ordinary or ordering of fractions or ordering fractions. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned something from here, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Okay, thank you very much. See you soon. Bye.